Hello everyone, Exoman here. And today I want to talk about mortality and gratitude and abundance. I was stimulated to make this video because of a comment I received on our Banshee Moon channel. The Banshee Moon channel is my channel on YouTube that features mostly my lovely wife, farm girl Jen, as most of you know her. And this individual left a comment to sort of admonish me and help me to understand what I'm doing wrong. And what I'm doing wrong in his mind is presenting my wife in such a way as to hold her up as a standard of beauty. And he's saying that my wife may not be that, his wife may not be that beautiful, or he may not be that beautiful, but they feel valuable just the same. In other words, it's as if he's asking my permission to be who he is. We need to understand that we are who we are, and we are all individuals. We all have different things to offer. My wife is physically attractive. She has a great physique. She has a beautiful disposition. She's a very kind and happy person. These are some of her gifts. I don't know who his wife is and what her gifts are. She might be a very talented artist. She might be a brilliant mathematician. I don't know. It doesn't concern me. And if he put YouTube videos up sharing his wife's gifts, it wouldn't concern me. It wouldn't be something for me to compare myself with. If nothing else, I would simply be happy for her that she has a gift that she is sharing. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. When we start, let us not compare ourselves to others unless we wish to become vain and bitter. And that's what this person is. He's looking at my videos and comparing himself and his wife to my wife and myself. Wrong. This is not the intention. What I'm sharing is the reality of our lives. My wife and I are she's in her late 40s and I'm in my early 50s. I have but a fragment of time left in my life. And this individual reminded me that beauty is fleeting. As if I needed to be reminded of this. Maybe he doesn't understand that I actually know that our lives are very finite, and that we are young, and we then become mature, and then we become old, and then we become dead. I very much understand this, and I would argue that I understand it more than you, sir. Okay? So what we're doing is sharing and enjoying what we have while we have it, without shame. Okay, and if it offends this man, the way in which the format that I come up with to share what I have, let me tell you, if my wife were a brilliant mathematician, I'm the kind of person that would put a chalkboard up behind her and having her solve the greatest math problems of all time, because that's what turns me on. I like to compliment people on their brilliance and their beauty and their poetry and their art or whatever they have to offer. I'll compliment people on their wealth if I'm impressed with what they have and how they amassed it. I try not to be negative or resentful or jealous when I see joy that other people have because of what talents or gifts or possessions they have. That's not the way we need to look at the world. We need to have gratitude, and having gratitude doesn't just mean being thankful for getting something. It means being thankful that the world is so rich and abundant that there are things to get, and that other people will get some things. Whether somebody wins the genetic lottery and is an Adonis or an Amazon woman, that's fortune. That's great. Good for them. Be happy for them. If someone inherits $10 million, be happy for them. Life is too short. I would say to a person like this, if you are that pathetic and sad and down in the dumps that you have to become miserable when other people are beautiful or happy or intelligent, then you're just that. You're sad and miserable. And when you start to think that way, you need to realize you're making a huge mistake. You're allowing your soul, your very soul, to become cancerous. In other words, you're taking darkness into your soul rather than letting joy and beauty emanate from it. It is malignant. It is a malignant soul that concerns itself with what other people have. When I was a little boy, I was very poor. My mother had nothing. She worked menial jobs. She worked in nursing homes, changing bedpans and cleaning bed sores. And she made hippie jewelry, which we traveled the road selling to hippie shops and head shops and whatnot. We had nothing, but she taught me to always work on myself, to become a better person and to be positive and not to belittle other people and not to be jealous of other people. But I was. I was jealous of people who had belongings, who had money, who had nice clothes, and kids who could go to nice camps and who could go, my cousins could go skiing in the mountains in the winter and skiing on the lakes in the summer, and I couldn't do any of that, and I was very jealous. It brought darkness into my heart when I had this jealousy. It made me angry and miserable. But I ferreted this out as I got older, and I grew wiser, and I learned to be appreciative and have gratitude for those things that I do have. I had the ability to put paint on canvas and make beautiful paintings. And guess what? I honed that ability with zero education. Somebody said, "You're good at that." And I said, "I am? Thank you. Well, I'll keep trying and do better." And I did better and better and better till I was hired as an artist. You just take what you have. You have to have an abundance of joy and great expectations about life. And that's what I developed at a young age, thankfully. And that's what a guy like this needs to develop. He needs to look not at my wife and be jealous and angry with me or her, and because his wife doesn't match up to my wife. It's not supposed to be like that. His wife has what she has. She is a different person than my wife. He is a different person than me. Do not compare yourself to others. Look to yourself and look at what you have to offer the world. Think of it as us all being sunflowers, and we're all different sizes and shapes and colors, but just open up and give what you have to the world, and don't worry so much about what other people have and what other people are putting forth. Just be happy. Be happy. Be grateful for what you have. I know people that are missing arms and legs who are happier than people who have all their arms and legs, just because of what they have in here, because of the joy and the gratitude and the expectation for good things to come. Death will find us all. So don't worry about that. Death is the great equalizer. Yes, indeed. The richest and the most beautiful will perish. They will become dust. Einstein, one of the greatest minds of all time, suffered the same death that I will in a mere 30 or 40 years. I used to have a whole future ahead of me. I thought about time and my age when I was 10, and I realized that 30 years from then, I would be only 40. And time seemed to be this great expanse. I know now that time is very limited. We have an average life expectancy in this country of 75 to 85 years. Women living longer than men. It is such a small, small fragment in the grand scheme of time and space. It's a small thing. Enjoy it. Don't worry about other people's experience. Theirs is this, and yours is this. It's the same. It is virtually the same. Explode with potential. Explode your potential into the universe. Don't think about other people. Let them explode their potential into the universe. In 50 years, most of us will be dead anyway. So enjoy. Why not? Thank you.